Hello, everybody. This is Sri from BizBuzz. What matters the most in your business, as always, and sponsored by My Work Belt. My Work Belt is all-in-one software, particularly catering to service-based small businesses located in US, Canada, everywhere, whoever they are running a small business, they are more than welcome to check it out and send us an inquiry and subscribe to it. Enjoy the benefits of it. Now, today I have guest, a wonderful friend of mine for a long, long time. His children are my children's best friends, and they have all hard time, all enjoy the presence with each other. Minesh Bakshi. Minesh Bakshi is a business coach, author of 12 business-related books, and I've learned tremendous amount of business concepts. And matter of fact, when the beginning of my business, Minesh has coached me, guided me to take it to the next level. Can't appreciate enough. Minesh, thank you very much for your presence on this podcast. Greatly appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Sri. We've been friends for a long time. We started initially, obviously, as a business relationship, and I met you first time, I think, at the chamber event in Rochester, Michigan, and
That's
then
correct.
from there. So we have obviously enjoyed the families, each other, supporting each other in different ways, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again in the near future here as well. So thanks for the opportunity. I really appreciate that.
Excellent. So, Minesh, first of all, I want to congratulate Muskan, your daughter, who now became TEDx host in Orlando, Florida. Am I right? Or is it nearby
Yeah,
Orlando,
so
Florida?
let me clarify that a little bit. So she spoke on the TEDx Cherry Creek High School in Denver, Colorado in August last year and had a great
Right.
experience. It was well received. I know she did a great job. And because we were inspired by the people who put on the event there and the young person who handled it, 15-year-old and his family, Michael Zhang, Su Wang, the mom, and so on and so forth. And they put on a great event, which was very inspiring for us. So we decided that we would also host one in Orlando area or Florida. And what ended up happening was my wife, Kim, she applied to be the person who's in charge of the process.
Yeah.
And we
Gotcha.
as a
Yeah.
family are working together to support and make that event happen. But technically speaking, Kim Bakshi is the name for the license.
I see. But I mean, the Muskan, known her from childhood. She's a great public speaker, and she brings a lot of energy and very wonderful upcoming leader. I can't wait to see her achievements, and I am very proud of knowing her. She is grown to be a little girl to man. She is a energy bunny.
Yeah, she's a powerhouse. The part that I like about her is see, a lot of people love to speak, and I'm one of those people, but we are not sometimes as good in follow through. We're not as quick in taking action to execute in a way that we can get results. We get bogged down in certain different details, etc., or we just don't know where to go next. Well, one of the best parts about Muskan, and for those who don't know, technically her name is Muskan, but she goes by Macy Bakshi as
Yes,
an
she
easy
does.
version for Americans to follow. And in her case, she is super fast in execution. Like if I give her something to do, which is within reason that she can continue to do that, she will actually accomplish it so fast, it blows my mind. And so not only is she capable of speaking, which is obviously communicating to the audience, but she's also able to execute. She's helping make sure the website application and everything is done. She's just super fast on it. Additionally, we just had a conversation and she's connecting with so many members within the community, BNI being one of them in Orlando area specifically, where she's finding connections so we can get sponsors, organizers, and everything, and she's taken on that challenge of finding the people for videography, photography, all included. And as one person, she has done so much in just the last 1 week that I'm impressed.
Let me ask you this: as you're not only you as a business coach, and she's a public speaker, and matter of fact, Kim is also co-author in some of the books. I know that. coming from such a strong business knowledge and business background from your family, why did you guys think to go with TEDx on a full run for the future?
Well, it's as a parent, one of the things you want to do for me personally, I look at it is how can I give a legacy to my children, my family that can continue without me?
Mhm.
Because I don't want to be, hey, things ended with Minesh, because that I don't think works very well in the long run. And if I have done something, you have built some knowledge, built some awareness, then what I would like to do is continue that through my children. So my wife is a great event organizer. She is very good at executing the details. Obviously, you're familiar with that. Muskan loves to be on a stage as well. She's very good at organizing as well. Sahil is
Mm.
also decent on the stage. He's still learning and growing in the process, but he's very helpful. So when I look at all of that, I said, okay, what can we do as a family that they can continue to build that momentum? She loves speaking, Muskan loves speaking, and we also want to give other people the opportunity to showcase their talent in front of us as well. So as a project, we can continue to do this every year, building that consistent legacy that my children can enjoy providing to the community. And I think that is something which I look at it as like, hey, what can I do to create a legacy? This sounds like a simple place to start for me.
I see that you have collectively as a team, you see who has what kind of a strength and what they can bring to the table in order for you to create this ecosystem and be able to make it as a legacy for the future. That's a great idea. Thank you very much. For any business leader, they have to look at whose strength is what in their team and what they can do to make it going forward on their business organization. For as you know, I am so passionately working for helping small businesses. You know me from the beginning of my business, right? Now, I always speak on behalf of the small business community, right? Now, to ask you this question, how a small business owner can see the TEDx as a help for themselves, either by participating or in the audience and learning, or by being on the stage and presenting something. How do you suggest a small business owner to take advantage of this?
So just to be clear, TEDx is not for everyone. And just for those who don't know what that looks like, TED is the bigger organization. TEDx are affiliate satellite organizations all over the planet. And
Mhm.
these are independently run, but they are using the guidelines of TED. So that's really a quick way to and
Summarize it.
people to know that.
Yeah.
So usually there are 10, 12 speakers on each of these events. And these events are typically once a year in different locations. Quite often, they are looking for local talent, local community, because they want to bring out the community to engage, work together, and also showcase whatever the talents are. And what ends up happening is, as a small business owner, you can look at that event and say, okay, I can be a vendor, which means these organizations will need a photographer, a videographer, sign, they'll need quite a few people to help them put this together. So you can
Mm.
participate as a vendor. And the second thing is they can participate as a sponsor. They might say, hey, I really
Mhm.
believe in this. I want to support the event. And they can provide money, they can provide in kind in different ways to organize this event. They can also be an organizer. They can be somebody who's part of the team, volunteers who are making sure the event is a success. And last but not least, most people are looking to be the speaker on the stage. So I want to make sure
Mhm.
people understand the journey is not easy, not simple. And people are like, oh, how come it's so difficult? Well, the numbers is the reason. So
Mm.
I'm not sure what the numbers are for the year, but I'm just going to pick a number. If there are going to be, let's say, 1,000 people in a year on a TEDx stage in US,
Mm.
well,
Mm. Okay.
there are 300 million people in the country.
Absolutely.
And these different locations have to pick only a few people. Let's just use a round number
Right.
of 10 people. And there are
That
people
is
who
correct.
are applying, could be hundreds of people, whatever number of people are applying. They just have to accommodate whatever number they need and not
Indeed.
accept everybody. So
Indeed. Indeed.
it's simply a process of learning that, and I have had to go through this process. Like, hey, it's not personal. It may not be a good fit, whatever the reason is. There are only so many opportunities to speak in the US in a year, and you have to apply. And if it's a good
Right.
fit for the organization, if it's a good fit for the topic that you have provided, and everything looks good, then they will put you on the stage. So being a TEDx speaker or being on a stage on any of these affiliates is very prestigious because not everybody can get on it. And hence there is a high
Indeed.
demand for people to be on it, to be recognized. But I want people to understand this is not about, okay, now that you are a speaker, you make money or you're approaching people, you have a book and no, it's not designed for that. The goal that TED has is very simple. Is your idea worth sharing? Is your idea worth spreading to other people? Which is why
Right.
TEDx Lake Mary, Orlando area that we are having our theme is what if? Like
Mhm.
somebody had to ask, what if men could fly and we could have an airplane, right? Like Elon Musk said, what if men could go to Mars? So now we have SpaceX and other
Yes.
programs coming up. Somebody said, what if
Right.
people could buy everything sitting at home? Well, Amazon instant delivery comes into play, right? So every major evolution, any major change starts with somebody saying, what if? And that's the key.
Yes.
So if you have a great topic, but it doesn't fit with what if, well, it may not be the right fit for our stage. And I want you to
Understand.
understand that.
Understand. Well, Minesh, thank you very much for sharing that. That's a wonderful wealth of knowledge. So, if I take it, so a small business owner, or for that matter, any business leader, they have to really make a critical thinking before they aspire to become a TEDx. Is it really worth for my effort? Is it not? It's not going to be an easy journey. There is going to be a challenges in the journey, and finally, you may or may not be on the TEDx stage. So they have to be really make a critical thinking before they invest time, money, energy into going on to the journey for speaking on a TEDx stage. And they also have to look at it, whatever the TEDx stage they are going on, their speech need to fit into their theme before they go on to that stage. And otherwise, they may be end up going on to the stage that they may not be familiar with. It may be an uncharted territory for the speaker. Dinesh, thank you very much for sharing. That is a wealth of information. As always, every time I speak to you, even a minute or two, I'm always learning something new. Greatly appreciate being a guest on this podcast and sharing your knowledge and experience about TEDx stage for the small business community.
Thank you, Sri, for the opportunity again.
I wish you good luck on launching the What If TEDx.